Yes, how we doing, peeps? Good to see you. Hope you've had a good weekend. You're enjoying your Sunday. Pleasure to be on. Thank you very much. This is Red Pill Phil here on Children's Matter.news. Big shout going out to Katie Jane Swallow and also Sharon Binks and all known affiliates. How have you been? Apologies, couldn't make it last week. Yes, Mike, how we diddling? Well, you've had a good one. Katie had to step in last week because, I wasn't feeling that good. Went out on Saturday to a stag do. My best mate. It was a great day. We went to Liverpool. We've done various activities, and come Sunday, it was a bit touch and go if it was here or not. You know what I mean? Come Monday, it was still touch and go whether it was here or not. It was a 2-day recovery process to the point where it's probably going on for more than 2 days. You know what it's like when you get the wrong side of 50. You know what it's like. But we had a fantastic day, and I've been busy ever since doing bits of work, collating videos for that session that we had. A couple of videos, been doing a little bit of music. So I've been busy, been really busy. I hope you guys have been doing all right. I've got a ride that I want to discuss with you. I want to talk about the raffle because I would like to know how the raffle passed off last week. I do believe that it's part of it will be carried over till after the ride as well. So I kind of want to get in the loop on all that. Yes, Mackay, how are we diddling, my friend? Good to see you. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So what I'm going to do, guys, until other people drop in, this is a tune I was working on, really, because I was doing a part 3 to the stag do video. It's been that much footage I collated. So I thought I'd do a tune, and this was a tune that I kind of put together for the video. I've not finished it yet. It's a little bit of a different slant to a big hit by Phil Collins. You may like it, you may not. So until people kind of jump in, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, going to play this tune. Nice one, guys. See what you think. like it, you may not. Sport a player who a gun and Manic Mank style there. Yes, how are you guys doing? What did I miss last week? What did I miss? Who's won the raffle? What prizes were given out? I'd love to know. If people could fill me in. Where's Katie? What raffle? What's going on? I'd like to know. Because I've literally not been around. I've kind of been so busy doing other things. The other thing is the ride that I'm going to be doing in June. As people know, remove that. As people will know, been speaking to a brilliant chap from Hull, Ian Oke, and Ian was devastated to find out about an operation going on in Hull, Operation Marksman, which was conducted, basically grooming that's going on in Hull. There was many arrests, over 30 arrests. There was many devices seized. There was forensic analysing of all them devices in terms of messaging and whatnot. And there was not one arrest due to apparently no evidence. So that was devastating news for the people of Hull and for the bigger question of accountability on all sides when it comes to grooming. Accountability of the perpetrators, accountability of what they belong to in terms of their belief, accountability from the local councils, accountability from the police, and not last but not least, accountability from the judicial system. All of them have let them down. So I was pretty gutted because, as you know, guys, if you followed my journey, I've covered this many times with different organizations, and it always results in the same thing. Let's not talk about it. There's no evidence to suggest it. And frankly, you're sounding radical by trying to correlate that this is generally coming from one faith. No one wants to talk about it, but yet it still goes on. So Ian informs me that he's working with charities. There are particularly there's one charity up in Hull that has been working with survivors, and the survivors have felt the benefit from the work that this charity, Corner House UK, has been doing. In many facets, this charity does come across as quite an important charity for that area. So Ian Oke decides to, they were selling merchandise, they were raising money through the march and probably post march as well, to the point where they had sizable amount of money left over. So, being the man he is, rather than waste it frivolously on other things and misappropriate them funds, he thought it'd be a good idea to donate it to the very charity that's been helping some of the survivors that he's trying to highlight the point. Only for them to turn around and say, well, it wouldn't look good us taking the money from you, and it might break down the relationship that we've got, i.e. with the police, i.e. with the local council. Which was an even further surprise when you think the irony behind that statement, and the cowardice, because they would quite happily take that money in another name, an anonymous name, so it wouldn't look like that money came from the organisation that Ian is trying to build. Why? I guess they may feel that that organisation is somewhat sullied. I don't get it. They're a grassroots organisation that is talking about a legitimate issue that is happening in that area and further around the country. So it's more than legitimate, but it's the wrong side of this diversity that's being pushed down everybody's throats. And I get it. Being a mixed race individual, I get that shit. I want diversity. But is it coming at a cost? That's what I say, and that's what many people would say. So without getting intolerant, it's not about that. It's about accountability. It's about culture differences. And it's about talking about that in a space where you're not going to be castigated for it. You're not going to be labeled for it. So the irony is, this charity doesn't want to be labeled in any way, but then the whole charity is there in order to help the people who consequently have been affected by that very same point. It doesn't make sense. In one way, you've got the strength to help people, and the other way, you're shit scared because of what it may look like, of what the bigger talking point may be. So as ever, I'm up for supporting anyone who legitimately is talking about this and who is doing it in the right way. No problem with that, and I'll support them all the way. So I personally, as a personal challenge, I've decided to ride to Hull in June, the latter end of June, June the 24th. So here's a little short video just kind of showing. Last week, or was it the week before? It might have been the week before, of course it was. I went and rid probably just short of an hour and a half of the journey that I'm going to be doing on the 24th. And it's a grueler because I'm going up for that hour. And then I don't know when it levels off and comes back down again, but it was only going up. So it was a slog. And I've got much more to do on that day. But it's something I want to do for great causes. So just check this out.
What's that voice inside my head telling me that I'm not alone? Every there's too many of you cry.
Rotherham, Rochdale, Telford, and yet we're here again fighting the same fight that we shouldn't have to be fighting. I was known as Anna in Skyfield. I'm from East Riding and I was involved in Operation Marksman. I endured horrific experiences along with many other girls. I was trafficked, I was raped, I was burnt, I was hit. I was punched and I was bitten. I was strangled until I passed out, all by these men still walking free.
Yes. What have I let myself in for? My God. My God. My God. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is an uber personal challenge that I want to extend and get some awareness and hopefully some funds for two great causes. Having said that, there is an element of guilt here because I don't want to be coming online all the time with my hand out. I really don't, particularly right now. Times are hard for everyone. I get that. So I don't want to be kind of overlooking that and just expecting people to throw in the pot because not everyone can. So I understand that. What you could do is, if you can't help financially, just share the awareness. That's all I'm trying to do. This is not about me. It's not about my challenge. It's about that. It's about two great causes. It's about United Hull against grooming, and it's also about Ethan's journey to recovery. Ethan's a young lad. I've spoke to Donna. Donna's a good friend of the family. Went through horrible illness, the big C. Um, from what I understand, is in remission currently, but he's got a lovely spirit, a lovely soul. He's got a big love of trucks, anything trucks. I think there's something going to be organised in September for him as well. So I would love to bring awareness for what that family is trying to do, as well as possibly some funds. But if no funds, then just awareness. So at the moment, I need to get the relevant links. Not quite fully organised on it all yet. I need the link, a viable, payable link to Ethan's journey of recovery. And also, I've got a link for the Hull, which I will include in the description in this stream at the end. So I will put that on. So that is it. It's a massive ride. Jesus, it is a massive ride. I'm pretty organised. I'm going to be setting off from Debdale Park, which is in Stockport, on June the 24th, roughly around midday-ish. It's going to be, the first leg is going to be to the campsite. Yes, BB Sniper, how we doing, sir? Yes, mate, always good vibes, And hello, Julia, for reaching out as well. Yes, it was an old song from classic tune. So yes, it's Debdale Park. It's somewhere like 5 hours something to the campsite. I've booked the campsite. I will be carrying on my person the tent and whatever else I can fit on me safely. So when I get there, I can erect my tent. Hopefully, I've got a friend that will be following in a vehicle with the rest of the provisions that we're going to need, because he will be staying in the tent with me. Whatever cooking stuff, change of clothes, the usual stuff to sleep in bags. Gonna wake up, have some breakfast, pack down, and then I'm gonna ship out on my bike for another 5 hours, which will be from that campsite to Hull. My friend is gonna follow on with the gear in tow, just to keep an eye on me, make sure everything's all right. Once I get to Hull, not quite sure what's going to happen yet. Ian spoke about someone who is running a social club or something along them lines, and they were going to hold some kind of thing going on there. Whether that's been finalised, I don't know. I'll just be glad to get to Hull, to be honest. Man, this is going to be hardcore. I'm doing it. Doing it. I hope the weather's good. If everything goes to plan, I'm hoping to go further than Hull because I want to go to the seaside. And I've worked out a map, a route, although some of this route may be crossing over private roads, so I might have to change it up en route. So it's going to be interesting. Well, Phyllis class. Yeah, class is missing in today's music. I'm good, Frank. Yes, mate. All sweet. All sweet. Keeping my head down, sir. Been working, been doing some stuff on my personal life. Juggling many irons as ever, mate. As ever. Just not been online. That's all it is. Everything but been online. But everything's sweet here, bro. It's busy month, busy couple of months. That's probably why I've stepped back from the online stuff. Like I say, it's gonna. Well, I've had the stag do. I'm gonna have the wedding in June. Got my own birthday coming up in May. We've got a holiday at that same time in May. Got my wife's birthday just before this ride as well. So it's one of them where I've had to really just not concern myself with online and the obligations of doing videos and streams and just concentrate for a few weeks with my work, with organising all the little bits of events that I'm going to be doing. But I knew I'm going to be doing this ride, so that's why I've done this ride at the back end of June, so it's away from all this. So that's why I've not really spoke about it, because I've still got a few different things, so I don't want to be juggling too much. But I will be coming on when I probably get back from my holiday to talk more about this event. Hopefully more will be in place. I'll have the sponsorship set out. I'll have all the relevant links there, because I'm kind of not prepared now, but I just wanted to let you know what I'm going in. Yes, mate, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I did stream that video you seen there. That footage was the first hour and 20 minutes of that journey. Like I say, I went about 2 weeks ago. I streamed it on Facebook, on my Red Pill Phil. However, and this is what I was saying, it was a recon mission to see the journey, test the terrain, see how I'd feel doing it, but also test my equipment media-wise on how I could film it, what it would look like, the sound. And I learned a lot. I actually streamed the ride, but then I learned looking at it is that I can't stream and ride at the same time. Even if the device is safely attached to the bike. It's not about me holding it. It's about the sound. It's all about the sound. Man, it sounded like I was in a wind tunnel playing it back. And it's can't do it. So I won't be able to stream as I'm riding, but I will be getting footage of the ride, which I then can collate in a later video to kind of wrap up the whole event challenge. What I will be doing is periodically kind of doing a stream. So probably like every hour, or when I get to a certain location where I want a little stop for 5-10 minutes, then I'll go on my Facebook, talk about the journey, what I've just experienced, what's in front of me, maybe what I'm looking at, whatever. You know, that's the other good thing about this as well, is that there's a lot to see. This is a beautiful country. And once you get out of this bullshit concrete jungle, it's even more beautiful. So I'll be stopping, I'll be chilling. I love going out to the more green belt side of this land, experiencing what I experience. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great for my psyche as well, because I love doing this shit. I'm going to be taking the day off. So I'm going to be going on the Friday. The 24th is on the Friday. And then I'll hopefully be waking up on the Saturday at the campsite and then finishing it off. So to think that There's no better way to start the weekend, no better way to enjoy a Friday than one, not to be in work, and two, to have the facility to be able to just ride and explore, but have a kind of idea of where I'm going or where I want to go. It's going to be fucking mint, mate. I'm telling you, can't wait. Going to be oodles of footage, and I'm going to have so much material to make videos in the future. So this is why you won't really hear too much of me until pretty much we get to June. So yes, let's do it. Get that fresh air in your lungs, mate. I can't wait. You know, no smog, no street sounds, just chilling. The road is going to be, kind of a road, so there's going to be the odd bit of traffic whooshing past me. So I've got to be careful. I've got to take it seriously, but it's going to be awesome. And the footage is going to be immense, guys, because I'll be going up. The gradient is crazy. It's something like the overall journey. I'll be rising over 2,000 feet, and I'm like, what the, So I'm like, imagine the views. Imagine the views. Imagine how it make you feel to be stood there, just experiencing that, looking back at the city, knowing that all kinds of shizzle is going on. Negative, nefarious shizzle, as well as positive, but people that are trapped within it. The smog, the noise, the lack of respect, the lack of community, the lack of fucking wanting to help one another. More likely want to film each other getting beat up than actually split the bleeding fight up. That kind of shit. So I'm like, take me away. Up in their mountains. For real. Can't wait. So I'm I prepared for it? I can't say I am. Because I've never done a ride for that length of time in a 24-hour period. I've done long rides, done 40 kilometers, probably the most I've done in one day. So I'm all fair with doing rides. I'm all fair with different extremes of gradients, up, down hills, do all that. So I'm kind of prepared. It's more road, kind of prepared to do that every day. I'll probably ride best part of 15 miles a day anyway. So fitness wise, I think, although it will push me, it will, without a doubt. Mentally, I think I'm there, ready for it. I think I'm there. That's what it is, sir. There's no rush. There will be breaks. I want to make sure I'm in place. I want to make sure I get to the campsite. But at the same time, I'm not going to push myself where either I put myself in jeopardy or I injure myself. So the key is just to take it nice and easy. No rush, take plenty of water, keep hydrating myself. I've got all my safety equipment that I will need. So there's no reason why it shouldn't be a pretty decent ride. The only thing that can really F this up is if the weather plays a massive part. If it's windy, it's going to make the ride even more difficult. The cold, not so bad because you can deal with that because you will be warm as you get on, as you're riding. I've ridden in freezing temperatures but been boiling because I'm riding. So I can handle that. If it's wet, rather not, but same again, I've got the gear to flip on if it does decide to pour down. But I just want good, clear skies and kind of low wind. So you're not feeling you have to put that little bit more effort because the first 2 hours are going up. So I don't need it. You know what I mean? I need someone to help me out. That's what I need. Yes, mate. Tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it. I don't even know. There's going to be kind of all kind of chafes and rashes going on in there. I'm going to be walking like John Wayne. You know what I mean? You'll be at a nutmeg, mate, and my legs will be shut. That's what's going to happen in it. Going to be a little bit saddle sore, but to be fair, that I don't know whether I will be saddle sore, but I'll be knackered. My limbs are gonna have it. They're gonna get brutalised. So I've got to do everything I can to look after myself and do the right thing in terms of recovery as well. And it's going to be a question of how I'm going to feel when I wake up the next day because it's not done. It's only halfway. So same again, this is where it's going back to what Snipe was saying, this ain't a marathon. Just slow it down. Slow it down. Make sure that you've got enough in your tank to get there. Okay, now, what am I doing? What am I doing? Is this mad or what? But I really want to do this more. I've just had this kind of change where, for me, this is much more nutritious, and I would like to think meaningful than just sitting on a stream chatting, editing a video on a certain topic. The way I felt, honestly, even if I only come online 3 times over 3 months, right? Because just step back. And then on the 3rd time, I'm actually doing that event. To me, that means more and it will have more currency than me being on here half a dozen times, 10 times, uploading 2 videos a week on various topics. It means fuck all, So this, I'm hoping, will be a different way of doing things. Because it's revitalizing the passion, because doing it the other way was not. Got to the point where I wasn't looking forward to doing it. So when you're feeling that, it means your passion's going for it. If your passion's going for it, you're not going to put the time and effort required. It's vital. So this has brought back that kind of passion to, one, selfishly, yes, I'm doing a mint challenge that I can't wait to wrap around. But 2, it's actually meaningful and attaching it to people that need a voice, need a bit of awareness and a bit of solidarity. So it's like, that means more than doing 10 uploads of kind of meaningless quality. So I'm hoping, we'll see. There we go, what's this? The certain area going to look like veg in the microwave when it's cooked. Oh, no. If it was up to Donna, she'd be having me wearing a mankini. And I'm like, dude, you've got to be careful. It's like, anyone's seen that film, The Warriors? When a certain street gang had to hop, skip and jump across New York to get back to their area because they were the enemy. They were targeted by pretty much every other street gang in New York. And to be fair, there's not many areas I know where you can peacefully ride through wearing a mankini without shit getting thrown at you. You know what I mean? So on a safety and health and safety issue, I don't recommend that. Not in North Manchester. Not in North Manchester. If you're on a freaking fast bike, yeah, and all the lights are on green, and there's no visible obstructions in front of you, go for it. One time lick straight through. If you have to stop at traffic lights, and in the event of the mobile phone nowadays, that shit's going online. And no one who is going to film it and humiliate your ass online is going to know that you're doing it for a charitable cause. They're just going to think you're weird. Riding round North Manchester in a mankini. So as much as Donna may find that a good idea, I beg to differ. Because I'm from North Manchester and I know how that shit would go down. No mankinis. Great film. Yes, mate, the Warriors come out to play. there's no sense of humour these days, mate. It's all gone, on it. It's all gone. I mean, if we're going to talk about there's no sense of humour, it's all right. One thing I don't want. Where am I? Go share. Is it slides? Extra camera? No, share screen. Share screen. Right. Whatever you do, don't call me bold. Don't call me bold. I mean, what's going on there? I mean, where's the world going to? You know, I went on that stag do, right? And we're all bold. We were all bold. And the groom was filming me whilst putting me off, right? But he was calling me bold, saying, look at his shiny head. You know what I mean? Trying to put me off. Follically challenged. I mean, what the hell's going on? This guy, look, the term bold is considered sexual harassment. Man, so you've got to be careful now, that bald guy over there. You know what I mean? If you said that bald black guy over there, what the hell? You are an extremist. And it's getting farcical now that you can't, your language is being so curtailed. So fucking curtailed. This story is amazing because it does sound like the person that was using this language was pretty hardcore. I think the C word was used in reference to this employee. So I think there was a bit more aggression in the way that whatever was delivered to this person. No, so I can get that. But how is bold sexual harassment? Even if it's delivered from a woman to a man or a man to a woman, in what way are you harassing them sexually by mentioning that follically they're not looking that good at the moment? It's just twisting the definition of things now, isn't it? Where, what the fuck? You can't even say, if you're in work, your language, oh, look at this ball, get over it. Oh my God. What? Disciplinary? Okay. I just don't understand it. I've been called egghead online. I'll never forget. Never forget. I was sat streaming whilst my daughter was doing javelin practice. Right? Bit bored. Not filming here. Just chatting. And because the camera was on me and it was close up, it showed me head a bit more oval than normal. So some clever git, come out like egghead, laughing, but it was a joke. Wasn't like a troll, it was a joke. And before you know it, the laughing emojis are coming out. So I said, right then, you've got 30 seconds. Get it out your system. And this is what I said. Get it out your system. Because you felt that, man, they wanted to. And they did. I had 30 seconds of bald this, again, that, everyone was loving it, apart from me. Good job I got a strong character and demeanour, but like, what the fuck? But like quivering like a little bleeding baby in a fetal position on the floor. No, I took it, took the laugh, said, all right, stop that shit now. You know what I mean? Not asked. What moves on? You gotta have something to laugh at, ain't you? It wasn't designed to psychologically wear me down. Just fucking nobbling it, banter. So you're going to take that away from people now? You're going to make people that bit more less approachable? If you can't talk about their frolics and how challenging they might find their head, then what's going on? If you've got a beautiful head of hair, then good for you. Good for you. What if you say, look at Loxy over there? Is that going to be considered sexual harassment? Is that grooming? Is that a wrong terminology? I've no idea. Because with the way things are going, you don't know how to speak anymore, do you? You don't know how to speak to an average person because most people are not asked about this. And they'll have conversations where they're saying all kinds to each other, laughing and joking, and they know how it's meant. But you transfer this into on a bus. You don't know now because people are being told that everything's trigger worthy. So they're going to react like that. So then if they get a stranger calling them bald, if they feel that a tribunal has said, well, being called bald is harassment, particularly sexually, then that individual has got a likelihood of going, well, I'd take that off of me, but I'm not taking that off you. And it's like, why not? Not that I want to go around calling everyone bald either. I mean, but I didn't think I'd be up in the dock for sexual harassment if I did. Fuckeries. Yes, Cater. How we doing? I call it crew cut. Well, yeah, skiffle, crew cut. Mine's just is what it is. There's no way I can grow it. Look at that little shiny bit there. Look at that. It's like the North Star. Like if I point that against the sun, you know what I mean? So I'm not asked. It is what it is. But people, better not call him bald. Call me fucking bald. I'd rather you call me that than half of the other names that you could possibly call me. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. So as I said, done a bit of clay pigeon shooting, done a bit of quad biking, had some good times. And I was pretty surprised actually using first time I'd ever handled a shotgun. And I think I've got it. I think I've got what it takes, guys. Yeah, I think I've got it. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was Patrick, one of my best friends. That's the groom, right? We all thought we'd treat him to this activity. He thought he was going paintballing. You should have seen his reaction. But the guy's that competitive. I had a shotgun in my hand. I had a shotgun, loaded. So because I was looking quite good, I was looking pretty efficient there, he felt fearful that I was going to overtake him. So do you clock what he done there? The old, I've got a sore throat just before the shot. I'm going to cough my guts up and puts me off. Puts me off. While I've got a loaded gun in my hand. Where's the logic? Honestly, I could have really freaked out with that cough. And I could have turned around and I'm like, dude. But he was doing it all day. Anyone who was going to shoot, there was 5 of us there. Just to ensure that he was number one, numero uno. He was doing that, playing all them shenanigans, coughing, spluttering, chatting shit while you're trying to concentrate. So I mean, that is so low down in it. So low down. And you call that a friend? Yeah, James. Yes, mate. Yes. He's bald as well, isn't he? Oh, better call him bald. Jesus. And while I've got that shotgun in my hand, no, you don't want me triggering off being called bald, do you? Do you have the link to that employment tribunal article? I can put this link in for this. No problemo, my friend. I've seen this the other day. It's amazing, isn't it? There we go. There we go. Throwing it over. Throwing it in. Bada bing. There you go, buddy. Hello to all who's watching, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Twitch watch. Nice one, guys. So yeah, fucking hell. What's going on? You can't do that. You can't call someone bald in workplace. Where else is going to go? I mean, where's it going to lead this? You'll be able to have a conversation. You know what I mean? Any form of banter, messing about, you're giving the passport for people to trigger. Would I feel inferior if someone called me bald? No, it's an accurate statement. You know what I mean? Yeah, mate, to be honest with you, I can't stand any of them, if I'm going to be honest. But what I will say is, as much as people don't like FB, what I will say is, when I lost the red pill Phil on YouTube, and with the situation that I still find on YouTube, I personally loathe this platform, and I hope the moderator from YouTube heard that. I loathe it, every part of it, right? What I did realize is, going through the transition after losing that channel, the support, the sharing, the viewing of all my material post losing the red pill Phil has been predominantly far superior. Facebook. YouTube, waste of time with any of the videos. It was like, you might as well piss in the wind and put it on there. BitChute, bit of a joke for the amount of subscribers as opposed to how many view your content. Fucking waste of time. I've not even uploaded anything on BitChute in weeks, and I won't. If you can't be arsed watching it, I'm not going to bother processing it, putting it on there. Ironically, Facebook always got a big, strong fan base on there. They share, they follow, they look. It made me feel like contributing to that platform. YouTube community never made me feel like that once I lost the channel. That's why I walked away from YouTube, guys. That's why I don't give a fuck. And I watch what happens in YouTube community now, and I'm kind of laughing because I feel on a different platter now. So the irony is, I've got one platform called YouTube, UGE, Tube. I have 18 subscribers, right? 18 subscribers. Most of the videos that I put on there, depending, even the music stuff, gets over 100 views. Now, when you've only got 18 subscribers, that is phenomenal to get over 100 views. I've had a couple of 100 on. So it means even though you're not gaining the subscription, it's going out. YouTube, waste of time. BitChute, like I say, 400 subscribers plus. You put some up. I'm not buying into it that they've not all had notifications. So I can only presume that people are picky and choosy about what they want to watch. Fine. But in the same way, I can be picky and choosy as to whether to put anything on there. I don't give a fuck. So what I've found is Facebook, boom, they're the first port of call with everything I do from now on, whether it be video, whether it be me doing lives. I mean, I'll do on here every now and then, but that's the go-to for most of my work now, just because that's where I'm getting the support. So it's ironic how it's all worked out, really, because I started with Facebook being the most quietest out of everything. YouTube was the be all and end all, manipulated to fuck. So no, it's false. When they want to keep you somewhere, they'll keep you somewhere. But more importantly, the subscribers don't do enough to share, don't do enough to like, and take your shit for granted. That's what happened. That's what happened with YouTube. That's what happened with BitChute. So, unfortunately, my material goes elsewhere. Give a fuck. Facebook for losers. I hope you're not calling me a loser. I mean, there's no arrogance to be had here because all the platforms are shite. They're all shite. So as much as you might say Facebook is for losers, what's YouTube? Fuckeries. Fuckeries. You know how many times I've been witnessed online abuse on YouTube? You know how many people that run around with an ego on YouTube? You know how many people that run fleecing people on YouTube? So there's no room for snobbery. There's no room for saying Facebook is for, why is it? What's so good about YouTube? Fuckeries on here. I've seen people resort to wanting to commit suicide because they've been targeted on the YouTube, by the YouTube community. Yeah, it's heavily manipulated, mate. They've changed up the mainframe. I mean, now the likes, they don't show the likes anymore. I remember it was when Biden had first got in, and it was the whitehouse.gov on YouTube. I was following it because I was picking up different bits and bobs off it. And looking at the likes told you perfectly that he had no credibility as a president. None at all. Every video, my God, the thumbs down was humiliatingly crushing. It was almost a joke. I mean, imagine a video that's had 20,000 views and I don't know, it was like 10,000 thumbs down. Because you know, not everyone does it. But then you've got, 150 thumbs up. So it was like in your face that, man, the public are telling you, they fucking hate you. They hate every part of your core being and your position. You know what I mean? So that was a beautiful way where you can see visibly, without even looking at the video, the kind of reaction you're getting. So by taking that away now, they've just got the like and dislike. They're slick. They're slowly changing where you're not seeing the public reaction. You're not being able to gauge how the public feel about a video because it's like they want to create a certain narrative. And that is wholly inaccurate. Now, as well as with videos that are great, you want to say, man, they've done all right. But when Summit has gone down like a lead balloon, you want to be able to see that. When the comments, they're battering them, then as long as it's nothing threatening to any individual in the comment section or to the content provider, or even if it's freaking Biden, show your distaste, by all means. But it's heavily manipulated. So the deleting comments, you know how many times I've come in on YouTube and I've looked at streams on here. So, look, 3 comments. Press on it. There's not a fucking comment there. And I guarantee them 3 comments will just be, hi Phil, or whatever, hi Kate, hi Sharon, whatever it is. So it's like, what? Facebook is for losers? Being on here is a bit of a foolish thing, knowing that everything is stacked against you. Anything that you choose to watch that is freedom based, that is true speaking based, you know it is manipulated to fuck. You know that. You know the views will be manipulated. You know the channel will be heavily kind of monitored. You know they'll be shadow banned. You know they'll have views taken off. You know they'll have comments taken off. You know the likes. These are all things that I've reported. I reported one time I lost 50 views because I left an old tab open. Miraculously, 50 views had disappeared. Why had 50 views disappeared? It can only been done by YouTube. Why would that be? To give the perception that the video's not doing as well as it should be. So then people want to say Facebook are losers? What the fuck is this? Come on, guys. This platform is fuckeries. Fuckeries. Unless you want to talk about something frilly based. Man, I could talk about Johnny Depp all fucking day long. All day long, boom, everyone will be jumping to it. Sensationalistic bullshit. Talk about anything real life, boom, you've got a YouTube monitor on your ass. That's how it goes down here. I have never been so highly curtailed by any platform. I don't think I've had a few videos removed from Facebook. I've had a few music copyright shit with that, get that. But even stuff that has been deleted on here, I put it on Facebook, everything's sweet. They might still be doing the fuckeries with the comments, yeah, but it's not nowhere near as bad as this. This is a done platform. It's done. And I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about a truth-based platform. And it's a pity because it is the strongest platform on the market. To upload to it, man, to render your stuff down, easy, quick, and good. But look what you have to put up with. This is like living with an abuser, YouTube. That's what it's like. Living with someone that constantly abuses you, manipulates you, exploits you all fucking day long, but you've got nowhere else to stay. That's exactly what it's like on YouTube. Oh, geez. Tell you, dude, not hard. My point is, why live with an abuser? I don't give a fuck. It means nothing now. If I was to upload, create a new channel, get 100,000 subscribers, and every time I get 1 million views on this platform, it'd mean fuck all, because the platform is fucked from the bottom up. And I'm sorry, there's an element of complicit behavior with anyone who sits with an abuser, sits on a platform that is fucking you from the bottom up. Nah, man. It's done that to me over and over. I've got no respect for it whatsoever, guys. So when someone says Facebook is for losers, check yourself, bro. Check yourself. Because Facebook ain't the fucking worst one on the block, let me tell you. And you know that. And the irony is you've said it through the worst platform as well. And probably that comment will get deleted. More freedom-based. Certainly. There's something alluring about YouTube because it's massive. But you can clearly see what they do, what they're trying to wash away. You know what I mean? I'm all up for them doing it properly, washing out wrong uns. You know what I mean? There's always freedom of speech and expression. That has got to be promoted. But you've got to balance that out. You know? And they make money off hate. They make money off abuse. Crazy. Crazy. I've got someone who's in touch with me who's bubbling, buzzing, because they've changed the content style on YouTube and they're getting over 1 million hits. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. The person that this is was the same person that had so much online abuse actually considered committing suicide on YouTube. Not committing suicide on YouTube, but because of what YouTube, the online community, had done. So that's what I'm saying. You can stick your 1 million views up your ass when you've got a platform that does that, when you've got the subscribers that will do that within it. Fuck that. Fuck that. I've covered so much online stuff where people validate getting alt accounts, digging in the ribs, outing people in the real life. YouTube don't say a fucking word. You've got to jump through every hoop and they'll make money off it. People are on there participating, knowing that this is happening. You can shove your 1 million views up your arse. I'd rather do nothing. I dipped Facebook before groups started. Just watch family annihilate each other online, but refuse to speak. I don't know what's going on with people, because this is a people thing. You know what I mean? This is the kind of where I got with it all. The subscribers, the people that follow, the people that generally watch, I've got just as much responsibility as YouTube. And that's what I felt was lost on this platform. So many people validate going in, digging out people. But yet they'll be the first to complain when YouTube's deleted a comment or took the video away. So you can abuse, but when you get abused, you see how that works? Fuckeries. Have a good day. Whoever. I've been on Odyssey for a while. All new platforms seem to be diluting the bigger audience into small, identifiable, manageable groups. Yeah, everything's kind of splintering off. And if the splinters are positive splinters, then that's a good thing. I mean, for me, what I personally witnessed was when I first joined, everyone, there was the camaraderie was great. There was several YouTubers that were all together helping each other out. And the usual egos, the usual shit got involved. The usual chats were kind of being developed in the background, passing over audios, getting other people in the shit, digging people out here, digging people out there. And I'm like, laters, guys. That's why I kept walking, kept moving through different genres. And that is what I started to notice, to the point that there was so many different groups. Not one of them wanted to support one another. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, I've had an argument with them, or my mate has said this about them. So when they're doing something, fucking ignore that. And it's like, seriously? But if what Robbie's saying, if it's being done in a positive way, if people are then going, you know what, sod all the bullshit, let's start our own little small group with what we want to do, with good, trusted people within it, and let's do some good shit. Boom. Boom. That's probably where we all need to get to. We all need to get to the realization, it's internalization. You're on your own with that shit, no matter what you've been through. So don't sit back thinking YouTube and the media, because they're all fucked. As soon as that's sorted out, everything's sweet. You're still left with you. You're still left with a community that doesn't give a shit about itself. So unless they have some accountability and obligation to themselves and others, don't fucking matter what YouTube's doing, or Facebook, or Rumble, or whoever. People, internalize. But you sound like you're chatting shit when you do that. So I just go off and do it on my own. Paranoia and division is keeping folks distracted. Mate, you know this. You know this. And it's beyond boring. It's regressive. It's stupid. I've witnessed it so many times. I've been caught up in it so many times, but I've done fuck all wrong. But then you soon realise that these like-minded people, they're not like-minded. They're very much imbalanced in so many different ways. And in many ways, they are very susceptible to being radicalized. They're fucked in the head, even if you share the same view. It's the way they are as an individual. I don't give a fuck. I've met too many people, I've moved around. And as Rob will tell you, I'm only left with probably 2 hands full of people that go blinding characters. I'm glad I've met them and we will always be friends. And when I consider I've met fucking hundreds of people, and I can now say that I've met many high profile that are fucked in the head. Brian Harvey being one of them. So seriously, I don't give a fuck anymore. If you're using Google, any platform and its users can be monitored, identified. Yeah, man, they've got a big scope, haven't they? You know what I mean? Every time I try and get on YouTube now, like, oh, have you got an account? Oh, this IP is showing that we fucked you over, so what you doing here? Can you prove who you are? And I'm like, fuck you. Seriously? Seriously? I'm sitting on a platform that's constantly giving it me up the arse without any lube on, just to be able to put something out. What? I'm not living with an abuser. Tell you now, not living with an abuser. I'm not complicit with sitting on a platform that continually abuses people and fucking gets paid for it, but then will delete everything that you've got. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? That's it. You know, back there, lad. Comments. Right, guys. So I still don't know much about the raffle. Who? I know 007 has won something. Who else won? You know? How many numbers were picked out? And what I will say is, massive congratulations to everyone, whoever contributed. Thank you very much for your support. And also, whoever's won, well done to you. I hope you're happy with what you've got. And I hope we personalise it. I hope you're happy. It's the main thing. Satisfaction. That's what we want. Oh, yes, I know. That's why I think it's best just to post article links and facts, isn't it? Yes. Yes, mate. I'm not surprised you got something, mate. You cornered the market on this, didn't you? You know what I mean? You have been one of the most generous benefactors to this channel, mate. Seriously. Kudos to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much to anyone who's been whatever support. And like I say, if you aren't put into the raffle, fair enough. I understand. If you just don't want to do it, that's fine. If you just want to share what we're trying to do, we'll try and highlight, try and talk about, even if it is on this bullshit channel. Chubby Emu, a doctor, posted EMEA means in the blood and was censored. It's ridiculous. See, that's it, Angel. You can't talk about anything on here of meaning. They'll have you. It's like they're so frightened of any form of truth coming out. But the irony is, I can sit here, Angel, not that I would want to do it, but I could sit here and I could lambast you or any one of you as an individual, and they've got no problem with that. They've got no problem with the tit for tat that you might want to give me back. They've got no problem if I decide to then get an alt account and then dox you. They've got no problem, because for you to curtail the video that is doing that on my channel, you'll be fucking lucky. Even if you go and see your MP, you'll be lucky if YouTube actually acts on your behalf. Fucked up. But you talk proper truths. You know what I mean? I'm told that it's very profitable. Unfortunately, we don't live in a society that wants a happy community. Let's look at it. Look at it. We've got a few good eggs, but you've got so many fallen, conscious people that are just falling into a declining society, and they don't even want to do fuck all to change it. So you transfer that into the online community, that's what you're left with. You're left. It's hard. It's like you're pissing upstream. Literally is. And that's not pessimistic, that's realistic, because that's like, bro, right, I know where I'm at now. So I'm on a positive vibe, I'm on a passive vibe. I'm here. Fucking about with that. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to spend my life trying to tell you where you're going wrong. You want to do that? You want to piss upstream? You go and do it. Man, I'm not up for the division. I'm not up for the hate. I'm not up for just being online and dogging someone out just because I've got to be fucking relevant. They can go and suck it. I don't care. All the people I've met don't care. They're done. There's been few characters that I cling and I'll always support. No need to run through them. You know who I've given love to over the years on here, and nothing's changed on that. But look at all the other characters that are still floating on this so-called platform because they've got to be here. And all they're doing is pushing the bullshit, pushing the hate, pushing how someone else is in the wrong, who shares their view, and they both should be really working together. Like, come on, man. My fucking 15-year-old acts more responsibly than half of these arsewives. So that's why I'm done. Yeah. Yeah. Evil. Evil. And you know what? To actually sit on it, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. You try and sit, make sense of all that shit. Interview people that have been affected by it. Then get a load of hate transferred onto you because you've, give someone a voice. Then they try and come out for you. Like, are you for fucking real here? You bunch of kids. Bunch of kids. Take your niceness for a weakness, so you don't want to come out online and start ratting people out because they've done you wrong. But because you don't do that, they consider you a pussy. I ain't no pussy. Let me tell you, I can go down and dirty with anyone. Fucking estate kid. But I don't want to. Don't want to. I've got lighter vibes in my heart. But when I see people like that, man, I'm like, move away. Move away. Get on Facebook for losers. I'm a fucking loser, clearly. And it's a winner being on here. Yes, I'm a winner. Yeah, all right. Even advocate channels are cons. Amber's Alert, Ginger Ninja, Crazy Ivor. It's true. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you saying they're not good, or they're good and they don't know what they're doing? Because I mean, Amber Alert, I've got total respect for her. Ginger Ninja, I have got a lot of massive respect for her, love and positivity. Great lady. Ivor, Ivor's got issues, but that's not my business. That's for her to deal with. I think she's a very creative fucking lady, but I think she's got problems. And I think she uses that online shit, but that's not my business. That's hers. I don't give a fuck anymore. Not a part of any of that. It's all fuckery, childish, and I'd rather do a bike ride. This is what I'm saying to you. Rather do a bike ride. But I'm not sure how you kind of meant that, Angel. But everyone's got a right to their own opinion. You know what I mean? It's just mad. What about humanity flaw and undoing is yes. Me and you, Rob, we've been on the same page for a while, haven't we? And I mean, that's what you come to, you know. We'd all love a collective unit. But unfortunately, even on this stream now, I know there's probably half a dozen of us that are like blinded. We're on it. We've got decency. We've got decorum. We know how we need to act towards other individuals. Even if you're confronted with negativity, you know how to deal with that. Half of these fucking muppets don't. You know, they get an ego, they get slapped online, so they come out swinging the dicks, metaphorically speaking. They're full of shit. They don't know how to handle themselves. And before you know it, it creates all this. And I think this is like, is this online maturity? I'm sick of working with people that are not professional, people who don't know how to handle themselves. I've had to go through all this shit. I've been castigated, and I've had it all. I've reacted in the wrong way many times, but I've learned. I've fucking learned. Now I don't have nothing to do with online if I feel like that, you know? You've seen channels on this channel before and you decided just to come here to say their cons. Oh my God, exactly what Phil just talks about. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Angel. Come on, Angel. Come on. Come on. There was nothing fake about that, was there? Nothing fake about that. You know what I mean? And what it resulted in wasn't just that delivery from the person that said that to Amber and Amber herself. You know yourself. What happened next was disgusting on many levels because it dragged thousands of people into this online fucking jousting that was still going on to this day. There's been many people that have been publicly outed for the wrong reason. There's many people that have been violated in so many different ways through that one incident. One incident. I'm always here. I'm always here. I'm not hiding from anyone, Angel. But, you know, we've got to look at it from all angles. I'm not in any way going to advocate anyone being beat down online. I don't give a fuck. As much as I talk the way I do, and I'm like, oh, yeah, pardon my French, I don't direct it at people. I will not come out, even if I disagree with you, Angel, I'm not going to come out and start having you and using my projection to get on you. That is low. That is low. And anyone who's good with the words, anyone who's intelligent, anyone who uses them little traits on a stream, if that's how you project it onto people to make them feel inferior, you've lost the battle every time. Don't give a fuck. I've not come on here to dig out anyone, nor anyone. Plenty of people have pissed me off over the years on here, but bigger and better. Not asked. Certainly not going to use this platform to start getting in. And I think all of them, I will say this, Angel, all of them need to look at directionally what they want. Do they want to be in this quagmire of fucking puss, of negative streams, always trying to get your point across, answering back because last night someone done a stream or a live or they had a panel going where you were getting rinsed out. You want to sit in that? And that's been my point. Hey up, hey up. I don't know what's going on. Much love to everyone. Well, if you're going to say that, Angel, then you'd have to admit that Bam Bam's probably even worse than all of these put together. You know what I mean? For what has happened on that channel, don't want to go there. Don't give a fuck. That person means nothing to me. But if you're going to say this, which I disagree with, but you've got that opinion if that's what you think. But if that's how you feel, then the opposite, or the person that's delivered the most hate to all these individuals, is 10 times worse than all of these put together. Surely. There you go. There you go. So that, you know, it is what it is. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions. Everyone can listen to my little bit of ranting going on there and have their own opinion on what they feel about me. Personally, I don't give a shit. Don't. There was a time it did. There was a time it got under the skin. There was a time that, oh, better not, just in case. Really? If you can't be who you want to be now, then when can you? You know, so I'm not beefing with anyone. All that is in the past anyway. All that. And I wish nothing but positivity with all the names. All of them. Ginger, massive respect. Amber, I love her. Great. You might not, but I do. Seriously. Leslie, got nothing but admiration and respect. They're all from a particular genre, the true crime. But there's been a lot of shit that's gone on in there. But as individuals, I've got a lot of time and respect for them. Just as I have in many other genres. I've been through many genres doing this. Dolly, Rob, you know what I mean? Roxanne, Double O. You know, been all around the block. You know what I mean? John Wedger. What a waste of time that was. Brian Harvey. Even bigger fucking waste of time. Tommy Robinson. I don't know where to go with that. All I will say is that there was nudges all over the place that's just led me on a journey through it all. It's like I've just been walking up a fucking corridor and just passing them, not stopping at any one of them because it'd fuck it up. That kind of contaminated all of them. I literally watch for a year every day. Data deletes galore. I really don't care other than using children's abuse for content. Well, I don't advocate that. I don't personally, you know what I mean? It is, Rob. It is. Because you've always got the upper hand. You know what I mean? I guarantee. You know, I can project myself for what any individual. Now, it's up to me how I do it. I can belittle that person or I can be passionate, but at the same time, give them space for them to be passionate, for them to project themselves. So even though I'm like, I'm still giving them space. It's not what you would class as verbally intimidating or physically. You know, but you know I'm a passionate person. You know I get into it, but I don't. Because I know I've got that within me. You know what I mean? With that projection, it could be misconstrued as being aggressive. So I could come online. I could literally, like I said before, dig out. All the people that have dug me out over the time, I could go through them one by one and rinse them out on a stream. You know me, I could dance, I could rant for fucking ever. But where's the merit in it? It might make me feel good for a small amount of time, but then what nutritiously am I doing for everyone else? Absolutely nothing. And if that's all you tune in for, if you tune in for sensationalistic crap where people are getting wrung out, then that says more about you. So maybe this has just been a long journey that, you know, man, it's clarifying now. You see it? So then it becomes, well, if you've only got so much energy and time to actually put into something, why put it into that over there when seems to be a lot of shit? No, stay away. Let me see here. 2 years. I'm not letting that comment. What? What? I hope. What? Hold on. Don't forget to provide for. Okay, he's not letting go. Is a. Do you wish Mackay's a troll? Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Come on here for this. Neither of you. It's a lovely Sunday. It's a lovely Sunday. Yeah, that's all it is. It is. And it's nice that there's been different perspectives. The one thing I did notice a while ago, and Rob and I spoke about this, probably when we first kind of got in contact with one another. The one thing you realize when you're doing this is, are you actually making any impact? Because when I first started doing all this, it was a question of, you know, you want to actually feel that there's momentum. If you're telling truths, then it might be giving new opinions and new perspectives, new ideas for people to then change their outlook. That is the ultimate goal. And there was a point in time where it felt that, you know what, it kind of feels that you're just feeding an echo chamber, you know? It's just providing solace. It's not kind of filtering out. That's how it felt. Whether that was the case, that's how it felt. So then you think, well, if that's how it is, what's the merits of that? Can anything be gained of that? And I guess it can. For me, I guess I felt, well, if there's a question of having people that will follow your work, will come on a street to check out what you're talking about. If it is regarded as an echo chamber, then promote positivity, promote individualism, promote personal development. If an echo chamber is kind of projecting that out, then if all I'm getting to is people that agree with what I'm saying, then or the beauty of that is that they might take little bits of what I've said in order to evaluate themselves as an individual, not a group. Don't do groups. You've seen what happens when you do groups. Do you? So for me, it's all about individuality if it's going to be on an echo chamber, because that is good for me. I feel very consciously alive doing that because I know it's the right thing to do by people. Whoever watches it, it's up to them then what they choose to do with that. Whether they choose to listen to it and think, oh, I'm all right, Phil, and then crack on, do what you do. Or whether you think to take some of them ideas on board and recalibrate where you're at. Or whether you take it on board and think, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying, Phil, but da-da-da-da-da. It's up to you. Personally, I feel there's an element where you can't be wrong if you feel that you're doing right by people in the right way. And that's not coming on hating people. That's not coming on attacking people because they want to say, you know, maybe some of your YouTube buddies, they think are sinister. You know, it's personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's all about people. It's all about us needing to be able to exercise and express ourselves, but at the same time having fucking respect for one another. You know what I mean? Because if you haven't got that, you've lost. I've lost if I come out dig out any one of yous. Any one of yous I've lost straight away. Yes, is this Dolly? Dolly, Dolly, Dolly. Yes, Dolly. How we doing? Well, I've not called you that, and let's not go there. So, no, mate, you're all right. You're all right. Don't worry. You're all right, whoever you are. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on here now? Yes, Dolly. Well, you've had a good one. I know of both your equal chance fixers calling each other. Come on, we know that. We know that. There we go. There we go. Let's crack on. Don't be able to say it. We've all been there. We've all had the experiences with all that, and there's an element where it is boring. It's boring engaging in someone who wants to throw hate online at you. Like, why? Dude, why? Even if you disagree with me, why are you throwing hate? Why do you feel that, what do you feel that incapable that because I've said something you disagree with, you're going to, try and belittle me with a comment on the street? It's like, oh, come on, man. We're all people here. Honestly, we've all been done over, haven't we? We've all been done over. We're all constantly getting done over. Can we not get to the central point? We're all sentient human beings that on a conscious level can be so fucking powerful. And then you look at that irony, you think, well, we've gone to highly elevated conscious human beings to go on a stream and ratting people out and calling people names and, distributing personal facts about people you dislike online. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. You're just as bad as the platforms. You're just as bad. Yeah? How's it going? Oh, good. Yes, all good, though. It should be propel you. Well, yes, you move through it, don't you, Dollar? It makes you a better individual. And I think Sharon Binks says it quite a lot as well. There's no such thing as a bad experience because it is an experience. It might be unfortunate. You might wish that you could have learned that lesson in another way, but on a conscious level, it's a journey. So there's always something, you know what I mean, to be had, to be learned, a lesson learned from an experience or something that makes you a bit more stronger, makes you evolve, makes you a bit more seasoned as an individual. As long as it's not anything, He's not done it. Neem's not done it. What? Earth's a school. Earth is a school. Your experience, you don't stop learning, dear. You don't stop learning. And although I don't come out online now, don't really do streams and nothing's changed. Because everything that I've said on here, I put it into practice in my real life. Serious to do. I love people, got many connections with different people from many demographics, black, white, Asian, whatever, all different. My work life, have a nice, very happy relationship there. Give common respect out to everyone that I meet. Ultimately, every now and then you do get involved in dickhead situations, and it's how you deal with it. I'm trying to learn, and I'm pretty much getting there of walking away more than actually getting involved. You know what I mean? Even though it might feel a little bit that I'm not doing myself any favors in that moment. Once you pass all that, you feel, yeah, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I just walked when they said that. I'm glad I didn't react because all you're witnessing is low conscious behavior that if you're not careful, it's going to make you a fucking product of it. So, like I say, start coming out on here, start calling each other names. Low conscious behavior that all of a sudden I'm a product of. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, if any lesson, I don't need to be online to do that. I live that every day of the fucking year. My life's beautiful. Could be better, could have more money, could not, could live in a better area, I guess, away from all this concrete jungle and societal shit that's going on around us. But I make good of what I've got. I tread lightly, and every engagement, I try and make it a positive one. And I don't get racing to any fucking bullshit. I don't get involved in any of that. I don't treat people because of who they are and what they look like and how big they are and whether they're a man, whether they're a woman. You don't get the same treatment. Nah, man, tread lightly. Very shocked to be threatened to be blocked by your mod. Oh, there's no blocking. What, Mackay? Well, we don't need blocking. We don't need all this either. So I'm sorry you felt like that, Mackay. I know you only had good intentions at heart. And I don't know who said that. Shouldn't have been said that because there was no need for it to get there in the first place. It's like, for fuck's sake. Yes, you have. You've got to see the lighter side, haven't you? And realise what impact you can have by being lighter, by not taking on this burden that society wants to thrust upon you. I'm seeing a lot of people that are not happy right now, just filtering around society. They probably can't articulate or interpret, but it's just the weight of all the shit that's happened over the past 4 or 5 years, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's changed society. So to try and keep yourself above that, you have still got to have positive engagements, having laughs, enjoying yourself, living life, not taking the government seriously, just doing the right thing by you, your family, and people around you, Yes, mate, it is indeed, isn't it? And it's ironic, Rob, because the act of some of these geezers coming out online and digging into someone maliciously, they regard that as a strength. And they regard the person that's had to take that as weak. So someone on air could say whatever they want about me right now within a comment. You ain't going to get that reaction from me. So they'll put themselves in a position of strength, and they'll also try and place me in a position of weakness because that's how that transaction's happened. And in reality, I'm like, dude, let's do a 180 flip. That's a moment of weakness because you've descended by addressing another fellow human being that's going through the same struggle as you in this spiritual journey. In that way, you've belittled someone. That person has acknowledged that and chose not to react in that way. That is what I call a conscious individual that's rising above the shit that you're propelling to them. That is strength. That is strength. Exactly what I was saying a while ago with people. I lived 10 years on the road, wanted to watch some true crime of people in different communities. What a terrible idea it's been. Hate and trolls everywhere. Never had an unkind word for any of you all. Well, I'm not in that community, but I hear what you're saying. You're saying that it's disillusioning, isn't it? Because the irony is you're going into that community to probably help. What I do get is a lot of empaths are drawn to that community because the very nature of the content. It's all about heinous crimes where there's been no justice. So to me, that will attract an empath because, on an emotional level, you look at it, you think, fucking hell, So there's so many women I know that have joined that community that are beautiful souls and spirits. So then to be subjected to the most hate, that community there is probably worse than most that I've covered. Most. I think the Tommy Robinson shit was pretty bad with what was being projected out of there. And I'm not saying it was because of him, but it was all under that banner. That was why I walked. But this is fueled with hatred. This is fueled with outing people publicly. This is fueled with wanting to ruin people. So it's disillusioning if you come in as a kind of form of empath because you're emotionally touched by this story, and then all of a sudden it's just like this shit fest. Like, what the hell? And how do you find your feet in that when you've got characters that are being like this? Man. Where am I up to? That's a good way of putting it. And there are many energy vampires in disguise over there. You know, I would say that in general, Angel. In general. There's I love the way you've put that because that brings me on a fucking brilliant point. I wouldn't have thought of putting it like that. Energy vampire. I've said to Katie so many times, you be careful, girl. You be careful. Because what you've got around you, you've got people sucking your energy. You're a very nice, sweet young lady that will help anybody. And you've been done over by people who want to draw that energy from you. They have nothing to offer you, but only take from you. And I've witnessed it, and she's witnessed it. And I've had the same happen to me. People want to drain your energy. And it's disgusting when you think that without all our collective energy, how are we going to achieve anything in the world? So it's like, what's the point of being an activist with uber energy if you've got people that want to suck off it when reality we should be calibrating or getting together and actually, fighting the kind of common enemy? Redundant. And this is what Dolly and I will get, Rob and I will get on the same page. Whether it's because we engage more on our spiritual side, so we're more in check, more in tune. I don't know. I think more spirituality maybe needs to be injected into that true crime to fucking chill everyone out. You know what I mean? Have a good Sunday, all. Yes. Well done, Dolly. You get creative. I'm going to get going shortly. It might have been on a long time, and I'm rambling. Thank you very much for anyone who's been on. If you've passed through, I'll be on again. Will it be on? I'm going to be on holiday next week. If I can get on during the week, I can, but I might not because I've got a few things on. So it might not be till I return back, which will be probably the end of May. I'll be back on and I'll check in, see how you guys are doing. Hopefully everything will be okay with you. Yeah, they all will just need an energy field cleanse. Yeah, you need to discover who they are, don't you, Dollar? You know what I mean? You do that, you suddenly become content with who you are. Once you're content with who you are, the world changes. Everything around you, the frequencies just get more positive in your favor. The interactions you have, the heightened frequency level between individual to individual, you can't fucking buy it. You can't. All of a sudden, boom, you're on connections, boom. You've got no hate, you've got no, you only want love, you only want the best for that person. And I'm like, I feel sad for people that haven't got that. I so wish they would do that for themselves. Because by doing that for themselves, you're going to make it better for yourselves, but better for everyone around you. And then it'll be infectious, man. But maybe that's just a spiritual rambling. I don't know. Yes, it has, mate. It has. Yes, mate. That's been a while. And it will be a while. Because what I will be doing now will be regarded as intermittently coming in and out. Yeah? Just tapping in. Saying hi. So, yes, guys. Just leave it on that. Leave it on that. They exude something, don't they? There's an aura, there's something, you know. It's not a safe, it's not a comfort blanket, but it's that level where you just know you have that understanding. You're kind of giving off something, and it'll be the same with someone who's violent, someone who's like grossly angry in a situation. They give it off. You can see it. They're fucking riddling through the body, through the mind, the agitated soul, whatever's going on. Like, release all that shit. Seriously. Be at one with yourself. And you don't have to have all joss sticks and crystals. It's, if you want to do it, do it. I don't possess a single thing on a spiritual level. I don't need it. But it's up to you. It's just you and your thoughts and where you want to be and where you want to go. You know what I mean? Don't need any of that. Yes. No body language to be read online. Chat nowhere. Yes. Online body language is funny. Yeah, and it's not what everyone. Well, you can't beat eye contact. You can't beat facial features. You can't beat when you really read into what's in the heart, the mind of an individual. When they're stating something, whether they mean it, whether they don't, It is hard on a chat because ultimately you can only tell people by the word. And you know what texting is like? You never truly get your point. People have said so many things that I've gone, what? And they go, oh, no, I didn't mean that. You know what I mean? So it's the written word. It's not the same as being in someone's company, checking their body language, checking what they're all about, the tone of the voice, if they're in a comfortable stance, you know what I mean? All them signs are kind of worth the weight in gold if you want to assess someone. Talking about checking signs. Right, guys, I'm going to get going, okay? I bid you a brilliant day. Yeah? That girl's something down your footage. I think I know what you're on about. Well, what we do know there, Angel, is the only term you could actually use there is she was trying to portray Dolly in a disingenuous way. Now, anyone who knows Dolly knows that she's 100% genuine and she's a beautiful soul and spirit. So, as far as I'm concerned, that was just a gross misrepresentation of what Dolly's all about, which is exposing within itself, not only because of its ridiculous intent. Everyone knows, for fuck's sake, you try to paint someone who blatantly everyone can see what she's about to be what? Fucking Ivor Braun or something. You know what I mean? That says more about the individual than it does about Dolly. And that's what Dolly and I have always spoke about. I mean, Dolly at times, she's been pissed about it, and I can understand it. But then we've always come to the conclusion, it says more about this person than it does you, Dolly. You know that? You know that? How sad does it make this person look? What is the motive of it? Is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it the both? Is it just hatred? Now, considering the irony again, this is fucking ironic, this is coming from what you would regard as the spiritual community. So is this how you go on in the spiritual community? You go to the truth crime community? Is this how you go on? And I'm like, you're all a bunch of fucking knobheads. Sorry. Better away from all of yous. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. But higher vibrational being. Dolly just walks on. Dolly is secure with who she is. She doesn't get wavered by muppets putting out shit like that. all that does is reflect back on that person, because now people are going to look at her and go, what? You've put that out saying that about Dolly, when I clearly can see with my own eyes what Dolly's all about. So that gross misrepresentation only spells that either you've got an issue with her or you've got an issue with yourself. Go check yourself. Totally. And to be fair, Angel, I don't know whether it has been, because we haven't spoke, Dolly and I, for probably a couple of weeks, but I know when we was speaking about this was like fucking last year. Don't tell me that this crap is still going on. Really? This person is still trying to do this? Man, honestly. And people wonder why YouTube's so fucked. You know, when you go on and you subscribe to someone, right? This is what it is. You subscribe to someone because what? You relate to what they're talking about. You might be inspired. You might admire them. Whatever your bag is, yeah? As long as it does something positive for you as an individual, that's probably the point. So when you go on there to do that, but then you're witnessing people behave like this, a lot of people need to seek help. Fucking lot of people. And they're still online. They still think that there's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like you're deluding yourself. The online environment has changed so much pre-lockdown. Anxiety, depression has kicked in. So it'll make people act differently online. It'll make people watch different stuff online. So it's a question of, if you're going to come online, what do you want to project online, knowing that that is the current state of affairs? Do you want to be part of the shit that's already on here? Or are you going to be a creator that's actually going to uplift people? Mad in it. Right, guys, I'm going to get going. 2 hour stream. What am I doing? You know what I mean? Buzzing for everyone who's jumped on. Thank you very much for all your support. Big up to Katie Jane Swallow and Sharon Binks, as usual, and all the other affiliates on here. Thank you very much for your support. Like I say, I'll be on holiday coming up, and then hopefully I'll be back here late May, checking with you. So I'm just looking for my outro here somewhere. There it is. So yeah, guys, you take care. Thanks a lot for listening to me ramble. God bless. Right, guys, all I've got to say, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the week coming up. Love you all, even the pissing haters. God bless. See you later.
I love you. 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 I love you.
Even the pissing haters.
I love you. 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 I love you.